one thing is, if you're a young player, very young player, and you're talented, you're skillful, you're determined, and you can work very hard. Once you're at Chelsea and you're not getting minutes, don't worry. You'll succeed. Just leave Chelsea and then things will get better for you. Even the same with Torgan Hazard too. But yeah.
Welcome to another exciting episode of The Boom Show, where we help you make the big bucks. This is where we put an end to what is cash out. This is where we give you the very, very spot-on picks with our seasoned analysts and pundits. We help you smile to the bank every weekend. If you are not glued onto our page, you are sitting on a long thing. My name is Yinka and I am the leader of the Boom Squad. Today, we have two of my favorite guests. Yes, I have favorite guests on this show, but I have two of my favorites today. I have Dracula, the king of two odds. Welcome back, Dracula. This is a show.
Thank you for having me.
I've been trying to bring Drac for a month now. He's not in Spain. He's in Portugal.
I don't know about that, but it's good to be back here.
Thank you so much for that. And on my left, I have Clint. Clint, somebody told me that these days Clint is just doing back-to-back booms on Twitter. Clint, what's going on? What's the trick? This season, everybody is seeing court 1, court 2. What's going on?
We have to start making wins now. It's at the tail of the season. So
yeah.
Let's get some more money.
Is that not when it's very hard to get booms?
Not really, Sha. I mean, it's now like there are more goals now, so we make the best of those ones.
Okay, great. Thank you guys for coming to the show. Yes, after a hot week in Europe, I mean, both in the Champions League, in the Europa, not so much in the Conference League. Nothing is happening there as such. But I mean, after a very eventful week in Europe, we are back to leagues. We are back to concluding leagues, and teams are trying to get what they can before the season ends. People who have relegated they have gone, but people who are still trying to fight for the league, they are back to their domestic. And of course, people fighting for a top 4 finish, to play in Champions League next season are also there. So that brings us to our first game for the episode, which is Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Newcastle recently beat, mauled, Crystal Palace 5-0. It was like a magic. I don't think Crystal Palace
I'm still surprised Crystal Palace allowed that to happen.
I don't think anybody saw that coming, because Crystal Palace, they are not. They've improved a lot, but they got beaten 5-0. Aston Villa too crashed out of the Champions League from that epic game. It was an epic game against PSG, and we've seen what they can do. We've seen what they can do on the global stage, European stage. Now they are back home. They're at home against Newcastle. Now both of them are fighting for places to cement their place rather in the top 4 finish. Aston Villa has been in the Champions League. They won't want to take a longer time before they are back in the Champions League again. They want to do it again, especially with their reinforcements and their super coach. What do you think is, because it's going to be a fierce match, Aston Villa and Newcastle, what is sure to happen?
Okay, so we're at the point of the season where stats do not really matter again, right? Because some teams, if not most teams now, are the beach, while there are some other teams that are still trying to, like you said, cement their places in European sport and everything. So this is the clash between two teams that are fighting for something.
Serious fight.
One team is going to come into this one with full motivation and everything and confidence level, and that's Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 12 goals in the last 3 games. That's average of 4 per game. And then Aston Villa, I know, they're new to the Champions League in that aspect, and they were so close to getting that win against.
Yeah, they had a good outing.
We saw that Consal late miss and that Asensio miss as well. So they want to be there again. They can be there again.
Yeah.
But I think playing at Villa Park now, Villa have to score goals. Yeah. And they're 7th now.
They have
same
to
point.
They have to fight.
That's it. So they need to.
They have to.
They have to. So I think over 2.5.
Over 2.5. What do you think, Dracula?
I think I agree with him.
Over 2.5 goals.
Aston Villa, on the back of what they've done in Champions League, would want to go back there, and I don't think they want to keep anything, leave anything out right now. So it's everybody all out.
All out. bring all the guns out.
Yeah.
Okay, Everton versus Manchester City.
I'm not very confident about Man City. I think they are still very shaky. But I'll tilt towards Everton on this one.
Everton against Man City. You will tilt towards Everton.
I'll tilt towards Everton on this
Pep
one.
Guardiola, this is on you.
But that's a bold call. So for those who want to go with Dracula speak, let's just go with over 1.5.
Over 1.5 goals.
Yes.
I don't want to take you to, but I'll leave you. Don't do that again. Over 1.5 goals, Everton, Man City. Okay, what do you think?
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
It's tough because normally I think Everton, we should side with Everton here. Yeah, we should side with Everton. They've lost just once in last 13 games, and that was away to Liverpool. You know how hard it is to go at Anfield, and it was even just 1-0. So they have been very solid under Moyes. They just do not like to lose. And then City have not been that convincing. But why I'm saying it's tough again is because, I mean, easily I would have just said Everton, maybe handicap. But City had 8 big chances in the first half against Crystal Palace without some of their key players, right? So we saw how KDB and Mamouche were so fantastic in that game. So I know City will score, but I don't think they'll win easily. So I think I'll go on goals, maybe both teams to score. I would have really liked Everton +2 or so, but I'll just go with both teams to score. Yeah, I think Everton can score at home. And City also. City need to win too, so yeah.
Both teams to score. Manchester United versus Wolves. Amorim is doing some experiments with the goalkeeping situation.
Yeah, and Wolves are resurgent.
He's coming
They
back.
are trying to stay in the Premier League.
He's back. Okay, what is going
He's back and score. Don't ask me who scored against. He's back.
what is going to happen in here?
Well, Manchester United are so many things right now.
So many things.
So many things. But these are the sorts of games where they just come out tops. Manchester United to win.
Manchester United to win.
Yes.
I'm not there. Wolves. I'm not there. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Manchester United.
What do you
to
think?
win.
Let me hear.
Well, I don't know. I don't care about these two teams. I beg. They're just all over the place. But we come her back, and again scoring from the bench, plus Larson and Aït-Nouri scoring again. I think Wolves will score. So
How many years have Aït-Nouri played at Wolves? I think he's been there for the longest time. Always.
So I think Wolves will score. It's like you said, United have like goalkeeper situation, right? So maybe they'll use their second choice goalkeeper again.
Now swallowed how many goals last week?
Yeah, against Newcastle, right? So I think Wolves will score. They've been attacking. And
Wolves to score. That I can deal with because either Onana or Wolves to score. And it's going to be like 1.2, 1.3 on bet now. Okay, Leicester versus Liverpool. I mean,
handicap. Liverpool to win by 2.
Be careful, it's the Premier League. Whatever you want to say, it's the Premier, it's the EPL.
Of course, it's the EPL, but this is Leicester City and Van Nistelrooy does not even know what he's doing there. There's nothing they want to play against Liverpool. Liverpool is winning this by 2 or more goals.
But you know that Van Nistelrooy was a former Manchester United player, and Manchester United and Liverpool have this league, this thing. So that there's a connection, something here. It won't work.
It does not work here.
Leicester, it doesn't have the tools.
It doesn't.
So what's your pick?
Liverpool to win by 2 or more goals.
Well, Salah. There's Salah.
Well, it was let's say it was last month easily handicap win, but now Liverpool are not playing great. Salah has not scored in like 7 matches, right? So no open goal in like 7 games, and they needed God's grace and Van Dijk to score a late win against West Ham at Anfield. So Liverpool are not playing great. They're not just great, but I mean, if they're not playing great, you have to look at the opponents. The opponents are terrible. They're terrible. But somehow they got a point against Brighton, right? And they have not scored in 8 games before that game, and they scored 2 goals against Brighton. But I don't want to look too much into that because Brighton is this kind of team that can beat the big boys and then drop points against underdogs. They could not even beat Southampton at that Annex Stadium. So Liverpool win, but just not too much. I don't have that ball.
Liverpool win.
Like Dracula, just Liverpool win.
Okay, finally for this Fulham versus Chelsea. I don't know what Chelsea is doing these days.
We're doing a lot.
They are here and there. Fulham too they are holding side. They are not doing a lot, but they are holding their side these days. What do you think?
I think on the back of what happened with Ipswich game, think Chelsea will be more fired up right now.
What did you play against Ipswich? Hey, they drew that game. Hey, I left at 2-1.
I think this is a must-win game for Chelsea at this point.
Yeah, it
and
is.
Not because Fulham are not great. They've been doing good for themselves, but not so good actually. But what's at stake here is Chelsea needs to win. But for safe purposes, because of our money,
Our investments.
I would go with corners in this game.
Corners.
Over
How many
7.5 corners.
Over 7.5 corners. What do you think?
When two fraud teams meet, what do you expect?
Come on.
It's too
I won't
crazy.
say anything. I won't say anything.
And it's a debut. It is.
Bro.
It
Like,
is.
I don't know. The two teams, I cannot tell, right? Fulham just beat Liverpool, and then I don't know what did they even play in the last game. But then Chelsea have not. You want Chelsea to win games.
Arsenal
they want
so far to beat them like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was 1-1. I mean, you cannot be dropping points against Ipswich. That kind. Home games and all of that. So I think I'll just go. I don't like the pick, but I'll just go save and go over 1.5. Because now I'm looking
Over
for who's scoring
1.5.
the goals. Palmer is not scoring goals anymore. Am I going to hope on Jackson? Maybe I will hope on Iwobi Sha.
Over 1.5 goals. Okay, I'll take it. We're back again to Master Banter section. Where I see blood, as usual. So, guys, are you ready? Master Banter, they roast each other. Everybody, bang, 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 points, and, it's always a versus thing. But before we go on Master Banter, guys, remember that the Boom Show is proudly sponsored by BetWinner, the home of true winners. And if you are not on BetWinner yet, you are missing out on a lot of things, because if you register with our promo code, you stand to get a chance to win up to 200% bonus on your first deposit. You know what that can mean, for your investment. So, guys, are you ready? Master Banter. So you are a Tottenham fan. I think you should go and change club eventually.
I support Barca now. You're my favorite.
Never. Today. You did. When did you make the switch? I didn't tell me. Okay. So Tottenham versus Chelsea. So now,
The
the
biggest
way
club
play.
in London.
Please now, you have started this thing again. I think that was Master Banter for years ago. Please don't even start. Nobody gave you the biggest club in London. Have you ever beaten Madrid?
Are you joking?
I've never beaten Madrid. Okay, so let's go back to our Master Banter for today. So, how players leave clubs and become giants. Now players lose clubs to other clubs and become So now, Tottenham versus Chelsea. Who or which club has lost more players that went on to become more successful in their careers? Which of the clubs? Is it Chelsea? Is it Tottenham? Let's start with Tottenham. Do you think Chelsea has lost more players? You can start from academy. You can start from incubate. You can even start from the womb.
I think we're familiar with some players, but let's just start with a few. Chelsea have lost some players, like let's say Nathan Ake, right? Ake started at Chelsea, could not even get how many appearances? Maybe not up to 10. And then he left there, joined Eddie Howe at Bournemouth, had up to 120 something appearances for them. They got relegated, and then he moved to Man City, where he has won 5 league titles, right? 5 league titles. Then also Falcao. Falcao is one we need to also remember.
Wait, Falcao played in Chelsea
before.
Falcao is not a Chelsea breed.
No, this is not about Chelsea breed. There's about players that play for Chelsea now.
If you are saying breed, that would mean from academy. You can get to academy, you can anywhere.
Good. So Falcao was solid, from Porto, ATM, then moved to Chelsea, and he could only score 1 goal in about 10 to 12 appearances. And after that, he left for Monaco and won the league title. They're scoring over 70 league goals in 3 seasons. We also know about Robben. Robben is a very familiar successor and all of that. So Robben could not get games at Chelsea.
But won the
So-
title. Won the league title.
But he could not get. Was he?
He was instrumental to Jose
instrumental.
Mourinho's title charge.
He was not. I will not say instrumental. But when he left, we saw how it went about like his season and his career, like with Bayern.
I almost
and
cannot
also the
remember
World
his
Cup.
time at Chelsea.
You cannot, right? And then
You cannot
let's-
because you don't want to.
Yeah, okay. He seems he's even having some kind of confidence. Yeah, let's just start eating it now. Kevin De Bruyne.
He can't talk.
It's Jose again. No. Under Mourinho, he could not make appearances for Chelsea, and then he left, Wolfsburg and everything, and then City, and he's won 6 titles, 4 at the bounce, and also Champions League title, treble winning season as well. Also, Ake did win treble with them. And then the king of it all has to be Mo Salah. I'm not going to say it about Salah because that's just enough to like just mention the name and Salah. You can still mention Lukaku.
Yes, so he's a boy.
He's their boy too now. So, and he left there when he won Scudetto and all of that stuff. So the thing is, once you're a young player, you can still mention Musiala. But that's something. Let me make it at that. Let me just stop at that side. One thing is, if you're a young player, very young player, and you're talented, you're skillful, you're determined, and you can work very hard. Once you're at Chelsea and you're not getting minutes, don't worry. You'll succeed. Just leave Chelsea and then things will get better for you. Even the same with Torgan Hazard too. But yeah.
Wait, just calm down. Off the mic. Your turn.
Well, you see,
I suppose.
you mentioned the host of Chelsea players that have left Chelsea and have done good for themselves. But how about players that have left Tottenham and become world beaters? Let's start with Gary Bale.
True.
Bright boy. Did real good in the Champions League. But for some reasons, Tottenham felt it wasn't good enough. Went to Madrid.
Nobody will stone you that money and you not accept it.
went to Madrid and then became unstoppable.
Yeah.
At some point, he carried Madrid through the Champions League, which they won, and did the
I'm still remembering
beautiful
that dribble
overhead kick against Liverpool.
Against Barca, that dribble.
Bata.
World beaters. Today we're talking about Luka Modric. Luka Modric is a household name in Madrid. He's a world beater. Left from Tottenham. Kai Walker. Sometimes you think about Kai Walker and you are wondering, wow, this guy has been so long in the game, but you almost forget that he played for Tottenham. Because
to be fair, I can't remember his time at. I can't remember his time at.
You almost forget he played for Tottenham.
I can't remember his time at Tottenham.
He's done so much for Man City that you cannot even remember he ever wore the Tottenham shirt. And that's because wearing the Tottenham shirt gets you nothing, actually. It gets you nothing. So these are players that played for Tottenham, but you struggle to picture them in a Tottenham shirt.
That's not true.
It's true.
No. These guys performed at Spurs now. Did they not?
They did now.
Okay. Can you
performed at Spurs.
if you mention Luka Modric today now, ask anybody on the street where Luka Modric they play, from where he come from, they would. I don't remember.
I mentioned flops at Chelsea.
It's not
mentioning
Madrid
players that
though.
played well at Spurs.
Because they Madrid
Bale
since.
performs now.
You are mentioning flops at Chelsea, okay? But if you mention these players, people will still tell you, they did so and so at Chelsea. They did so and so at Chelsea before they left.
All those players at Chelsea that left that you mentioned,
They were flops at
if
Chelsea
they had
now.
stayed, would they have won what they won? What they've won?
No point.
Wait. Now, all these players that you have mentioned, if they are still remained, I think I know the answer to that question now. If they are still remained,
You say it's in the blood now. You say it's in the blood. But seriously,
We all know the answer to that.
No, let's face it.
We all know the answer to
Bale
that.
was great at Spurs.
Well,
Fantastic. He won PFA, young player. PFA again.
Yes, he did.
Did fantastic at Champions League, the whole Maicon thing.
Yeah.
Carry Spurs then. Modric was great at Spurs.
Yeah.
Kai Walker was great at Spurs. Right.
Well,
The only
that's
thing
it,
now is why I can agree that okay, they were more successful because they did not, win trophies when they were
Thank
at
you for
Spurs.
helping
But
me.
why
with
the king
that.
has
the
left
thing-
now and he has not won anything? No.
He will still win, Sha.
Can you imagine?
And the king has left, though, he has not won anything.
You mentioned Harry Kane, and I'm seeing Bayern Munich everywhere. You mentioned Harry Kane, and I'm seeing Bayern Munich everywhere.
In fact, I don't think you can ever mention Harry Kane and think of any other club aside Spurs.
Well, you can actually, because with the number of goals he has scored for Bayern Munich, come on, in such a short time,
It's too early.
in such a short
He has not
time.
won anything. 2
Yes,
years
he has
and
not won
counting.
anything, but he's big for Bayern Munich right now.
So, which club do we avoid for youngsters? Anybody trying to?
You just avoid Tottenham.
How?
Boy, you say avoid Chelsea.
Just avoid.
Ali,
We will
should I
leave
be
it, we will
mentioning
leave it.
names?
Ali that is suffering PTSD.
Yes. Now to rapid fire. You know how to do rapid fire now. Just give me the picks. No analysis, no story, just the picks. Crystal Palace Bournemouth.
Over 1.5.
Over 1.5 what?
1.5 goals.
Over 1.5 goals.
Hey, West Ham Southampton.
West Ham win.
Yeah, I agree. West Ham
West
win.
Ham PSG Le Havre.
PSG should win, of course.
Over 2.5 goals.
Over 2.5, okay. Marseille Montpellier.
Over 2.5 goals.
Marseille win.
Monaco Strasbourg.
Over 1.5.
Strasbourg to score.
Heidenheim versus Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich to win.
Bayern Munich to win.
Bayern are away.
Yes, they will win.
Leipzig versus Austin Kiel.
Austin Kerr to score.
Over 1.5 goals.
Over 1.5 goals. You took out of my mind. Mainz versus Wolfsburg.
Mainz win or draw.
Yeah, Mainz win or draw.
Barcelona Celta Vigo.
Barcelona win.
Over 7.5 corners.
Las Palmas versus Atletico Madrid.
Atletico win or draw.
Under
It will be too
4.5
small,
goals.
Under 4.5
4.5
goals.
That won't be small, Abby.
Brest versus Lens.
Over 1.5.
Under
Wow.
3.5 goals.
Under 3.5 goals.
Yeah.
Over 1.5 goals. Nice versus Angers.
Needs to win.
Nice win or draw.
Nice win or draw. Yes, guys, time for You Sabi Ball. Our usual landlord is not at home today, so let me fill in for him. But me, I'll be lenient. He's not usually lenient. He's a very wicked man. But let me, let me, give you guys very simple questions. So, like always, you have 20 questions, but you're picking just 5 apiece. So you have the liberty of 20 questions, but 5 apiece. Who's going first?
Let me go first.
Okay, go first.
Number 20.
So you think that maybe when I've said I was setting these questions, when I get to I would have been tired. I'll now put one more question. Okay. Who but you should know, Sha. Who is the youngest scorer in Conference League history? Youngest scorer in the Conference League history. I'm going to give you a hint. It's from Bayer Leverkusen. Youngest scorer in the Conference League is from Bayer Leverkusen. I mean, it was 16 years when he did it in 2021.
I don't know.
He came bravo.
I don't know. When did the league start?
He came bravo in 2021. Your question. You speak 20.
17.
Which player has scored against the most different opponents in UCL history? Which player has scored against the most different opponents in UCL history? I think
Where's my hint now?
your hint. Your hint is staring right in front of you. Like you don't even need a hint.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, correct. So 0-1. You can see equalize like Real Madrid. Oh, okay, Real Madrid, sorry.
Question 1.
Question 1. Who is the only player to score in 3 UCL finals for 2 different clubs? He scored in 3 UCL finals for 2 different clubs.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. What clubs?
Manchester United and
Correct.
Real Madrid, of course.
Clint, this guy is coming.
Number 5.
Number 5. Who scored the fastest hat trick? Fastest hat trick in Europa League history. Fastest hat trick in Europa League history.
Can you?
Erling Haaland.
No. Last chance.
Daka.
No.
Okay.
Munas Dabo.
One of
Oh.
those Salzburg boys.
He scored 3
So
goals.
which one did Haaland do?
4-1.
Haaland did one fastest hat trick in
No.
I think it's Munas Dabo. Your question.
number 19.
Which club holds the record for most consecutive UCL semi-final appearances? Most consecutive UCL semi-final appearances.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, correct. Your third question.
Question 11.
Question 11. Okay. Which team won the Europa League unbeaten?
Chelsea.
Oh, guys, why I can't laugh? You didn't want to. I was looking at your face. You didn't want to give away the answer. He knows it. He knows it. Chelsea, correct. Your fourth question.
Number 3.
Number 3. Well, this Sabi Ball hot. I think you just missed one questions. Number 3. Who was the fastest player to score a hat trick in the Conference League? Fastest hat trick in the Conference League.
I don't know.
Serial Dissers. Feyenoord versus Partizan in 2022. What that? Sorry.
They want
first question.
people like him, Tottenham, they'll be going there soon.
He said he has shifted camp to Barca.
Yeah.
Next time you're coming to this show, you're coming as Barca fan.
Yes.
Good. You will see. Okay. Your fourth question.
Question 14.
Question 14. Which goalkeeper kept the most clean sheets in a single Europa season? Most clean sheets in a single Europa season.
Peter Cech.
No. And do you want hints?
Yes, please.
Okay. It's a Spanish side. It is the keeper plays for a Spanish club. And they are no, it's okay.
No, continue. Continue.
Spanish side.
Oh, okay.
And
Bono.
Who is Bono?
That Moroccan goalkeeper.
You are not black, please. What's wrong with you?
No, Kuku just tell him the answer now.
He said Bono. I told you they are not black.
Fuck. So all those things Sevilla did, they didn't. Oh, okay.
He kept the most clean sheets in single Europa season in
It was
2017-18
with Atletico.
with Atletico Madrid.
I know it was Atletico Madrid that did that.
Fifth question. Who is winning?
Number
Tie.
8.
Number 8. Fifth question. Number 8. Which player has the most assists in a single Europa League season? Most assists in a single Europa League season.
But yeah, assist me.
Rocher Fabregas. Okay, he has played for Chelsea and Arsenal. Hold on. He has played for Chelsea and Arsenal. That's it.
The most assists
Most assists
in Europa.
in Europa League. He's not a defender and he's not a goalkeeper.
I know.
That's all I
I'll
can
do now.
That's all I can do for you. You have forgotten his name, but when I not tell you, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out. Eric Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan.
I knew it.
Should I say Mkhitaryan? But
I
again,
kept thinking
those are
about
players
it.
you just forget.
Yeah, I kept thinking about
Final question. Just win and go with the
16.
16. Who scored the first ever Conference League goal? First ever Conference League goal.
You don't need hints.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were waiting for it. He's English and he has played for Chelsea before. I won't tell you his position because I will just give it away.
Another hint, though.
Hint, don't
Another
finish.
hint. No, another hint.
Let Let me be.
This guy they watch conference now. Like all those Liga was so all
Okay.
those kind of like
Final hint. Is a striker. And you have 5 seconds. 5,
wait.
4,
Jesus.
3, 2, 1.
This time is too slow.
Tammy Abraham. I did all I could for you.
Guys Sabi Ball.
Okay, so this one is a tie. You guys try. Let me leave you. It's a tie. No. Okay, guys, let's wrap this up by picking some more games during the weekend. Okay, so quickly, let's talk about Ipswich Arsenal. Arsenal are coming back from a David and Goliath situation, but Arsenal, they have this problem. Do well in Europe, come back to your domestic league, and I think it's familiarity. But they are going to an Ipswich side. What are Ipswich fans? Are they relegated? I think they should go back. Are they going back?
They should actually.
But those are the worst teams to play at this time of the season, because they know that they can make do with any sort of points that they can get. And Arsenal are very complacent in the league. 1-1, 2 games back to back. They had 1-1 results. Games they should have finished off and all of that. But away from that, it's definitely going to be different from the Madrid game in terms of environment, in terms of what is at stake and all of that. But Ipswich Arsenal, what do you think is going to really happen that's sure to give us value?
For me, I think on the back of what they did in Madrid, coming back, they'll be more buoyed. And I don't think they have any European game between now and right. So
They are not in the conference. They are not in the conference.
well done. So Ipswich, of course, they would want to get something off Arsenal. Not like they are going anywhere anyway. So I still think Arsenal would do enough to.
Arsenal will be good enough to.
Yeah.
So Arsenal straight win.
Arsenal straight win.
What do you think? Arsenal are thinking they want to stop Liverpool. Can they really? I mean,
it's almost over, right?
but like you said initially, Newcastle is coming.
Yeah, coming like
Straight,
4 points,
like,
4 points gap now. So they need to start winning games again.
Yeah.
So, and this is the best spot to do that against Ipswich. I mean, as long as you're not Chelsea, you should get 3 points against Ipswich.
It's not like Tottenham did any better.
True, they beat us.
2 twins. AC Milan versus Atalanta. Atalanta, they started very well. I don't know what they are doing these days. I don't know what happened. Maybe they have a dressing room issue or something. They really dropped the ball in the last couple of games. AC Milan too. I mean, well, they are there. What is really going to happen to give us? It's a big game, So, but what is really going to happen that would, give us quality?
Yeah, it should be very interesting. It's a tough one to call too. But the way Milan have been playing recently, they've been scoring goals. Leao also has been, doing 1 or 2 fantastic moves.
Yeah.
So I like that Milan can now score goals again. And like you said, Atlanta started strongly and then dropped off. I think that was when Lookman was injured.
Yeah.
So they kind of went for like 1 streak without scoring. But yeah, they have Retegui that's scoring goals and Lookman is in the team. I think we'll see goals, yeah. Maybe both teams to score.
Both teams to score. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I think both teams have enough to score each other.
Real Madrid versus Atletico Bilbao. Real Madrid are coming back from... I don't even know what to say to them.
A disgraceful, disastrous performance.
It was... I mean... I wouldn't want to say that I kind of like to say that Arsenal were better on the night than saying that the result happened, but we can all agree that they had a very poor game against Arsenal. They are coming back into the league and they have a shot for the league. They are still in contention to win the league. Some Barca fans are saying that they want to leave the league just to go and make sure that they win that Champions League. It's been a while, but Real Madrid knows that they can still end their season on a high. They have Copa final to play against Barca anyways. And they are still dragging this league with Barca. So right now, their attention will shift from whatever has happened in the Champions League. They want to put it behind them. So, but now they are facing Atletico Bilbao, and Atletico Bilbao can hold you. I mean, Valencia beat this Real Madrid 2 weeks ago. So, what is sure to happen in this game?
Yeah, you've said it all. Real Madrid would want to quickly shift their minds away from their performance in the Champions League for this. That being said, it's a game that can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because right now we don't know the feeling of Real Madrid. We don't know how to prosecute this.
Lions.
We don't know how to prosecute this game. It's easy to say wounded Lions come back, trash Bilbao, but this current Real Madrid team have not
get beaten again.
Yeah, have not really been that way. But for this, I would say Real Madrid would not lose. I don't think they would lose.
Real Madrid
win or draw.
Real Madrid, I think Mbappe limped off. I think it was
even without even if somehow, which I think is impossible. But
and
even if
he's
somehow
even
it was
banned.
fit, it's banned for this.
Yeah,
one.
he's banned.
So he got recorded against Alaves. So yesterday, after when I was watching the game, I was asking, how is it that Madrid have won 20 games in the league in 32 matches, right? Because how? You cannot be 3 goals down and then you're at Bernabeu and you're playing like that. Like even 30 minutes in, you have to.
Yeah.
Did Raya even make any sensational save?
Nah.
Nothing. So that kind of team is not. I mean,
they didn't have a shot on goal against Arsenal in the first half.
Like it's
0
it's
shot
bad.
on target.
It's bad, right? And then now they're coming off to play. Now they want to like move their focus now to the league, right? Fully. They're just 4 points behind.
Yeah.
Barca, but we're also forgetting that Bilbao are currently 4th, and so they want to also cement that 4th position because they're like 6 points ahead of Villarreal. But I just do not see how Madrid are going to beat them easily, right? No Mbappe as well. Mbappe is like their key player for goals. So I think I like Bilbao on handicap. So handicap 2 for Bilbao. If Madrid would win, it will not be more than 1 goal difference.
Yeah,
and Bilbao can hold you down.
Bilbao can hold, yeah. And finally, Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest. Before he said it. He said it on his last show here that Tottenham are a very unserious team. I'm reporting him to.
Report to Andrew.
I'm reporting him to. Now, Nottingham Forest. At some point, they were breathing off Arsenal's neck. Like they were so close to Arsenal in that second, but they taken a couple of hits.
Yeah.
Some weeks ago. But Tottenham, what's happening this season? I don't think you are serious. But Tottenham, I think their last game was against Southampton.
No, against Wolves. They lost 4-2.
Why you loud? That was exceptionally loud. Okay, Nottingham Forest. But Nottingham Forest are still fighting for top 4 finish.
Yeah.
Tottenham still fighting for top 4 finish. Is this still feasible?
I don't understand. I think not like 14th or 15th. But they are safe from relegation if that's what you want to ask.
Yeah, it matters. Also, for Man U, I think that matters too. For Manchester United. So. You
and Man U.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen in that game? Tottenham, Nottingham Forest.
It has to be Forest win or draw. I don't see Tottenham winning. Their full focus lies on the conference
league,
right? So
Tottenham still in conference league.
Second leg against Frankfurt.
I used to think it was just Chelsea that why do you people like talking like you are the only people in the conference league?
Okay,
so Tottenham is still there.
So that's where the focus should be on. And even if they were, let's even say they were not even any other competition, if it was like full 11 against Forest still have the upper side, right? I think they should still get at least a draw. So win or draw for Forest.
Forest win or draw. What do you think?
It's quite easy. Forest would win that game.
Win?
Yes, win.
Tottenham at home.
Forest is winning. Forest is winning.